this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always spectacular. But in the playoff competition,
and not much to speak of. Call it a 1 yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. And that's incomplete.
The pass.
Trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
It's 3rd down and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
In playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that as well as the team that they're facing?
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Being chased, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. And this is caught. For the moment it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
From the gun, Swain got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From a yard out, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting faster.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Touchdown, Titans!
Touchdown, Titans!
The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Titans defense, they get ready. They take the field again. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 20-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Broncos, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Broncos, nothing.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 13. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And I don't want to read too much into this, but with their lead, are we seeing the fruits of having last week off? Is that the benefit here?
Well, we've seen so many times where we don't think there are fruits to that because the visiting team who had played the week before, they come in with momentum and they play well and set a pace. And sometimes it seems like, you know, the teams have the open week, the bye week are a little bit sluggish. But in this case, I think all the advantages that you fight for have come into play. They've healed up the guys who were hurt during the season. They got to rest mentally. They were able to relax a little bit. And they're at home, and they've used it quite well to their advantage.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I don't think you got it, son.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling a drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
Now this time he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
The Broncos first down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now left side on the swing pass. Not much there, only a yard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
That's good.
A very solid gain of 27. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game has been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike 56, Mike 56. 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is the tight end fan. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Jerry Jeudy, incomplete.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 25-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. George Kittle saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this Titan offense is running away with this one.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's able to put it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
26.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage...
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Denver.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
The pass.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Jonathan Allen, the quarterback sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Jeffrey Simmons in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Under pressure, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
24-yard line.
Looking to throw. On the move to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they faced in this 4th quarter. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out quickly to Judy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
Complete to
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Stop your bonnet. Lutz 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 19, right here. 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Matthews. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.